Hello again and welcome to another edition of the Nostalgia Nerds with me, Matt Marcham.
And me, Rob Goldsmith. And today we are looking at battleships, or shall we say sea battle.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the Radio Shack / Tandy version, which I'm not familiar with because I had the MB one, which I think was more common. But you did have one of these, didn't you?
I had exactly this one. And when you showed it to me off camera, it brought memories straight back because I had this one. I remember playing with it. And I think I gave it to my cousin. So I don't have it anymore, and that was the last I saw.
That's the last you see. So he probably hasn't got it anymore.
No.
No, it's probably in landfill
Probably,
somewhere.
yeah.
Well, this belongs to my friend Oz, who bought it off of eBay to relive his youth and paid a whole £10 for it. And of course, the reason he paid £10 for it is because it doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be here if it worked, would it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, we do know why it doesn't work. So if I just flip it over...
Yeah.
So underneath here, the battery connections are currently...
Oh, they're in a packet.
In a bag.
Yeah. It's not a good sign, is it?
As opposed to actually in there. Now, it does actually work because when he got it, somebody had basically jammed chewing gum, silver paper, into the connections.
I mean, it's quite clever thinking, actually. Yeah.
It is, and he did stick a battery in it, and it does power up.
Yeah.
So we do know that it does work to that extent.
Yeah.
But obviously, that's not advisable.
No,
to do that.
That's not a lasting repair, is it?
No. Yeah, I mean, it is quite a cool thing. I mean, what we'll do, we will compare, when we get it running, we will compare this with the MB one.
Yeah.
But let's just flip her over again.
Some nice features, aren't they? So it's a well-made piece of kit, actually. It
is.
There was clearly some thought gone into it, and regardless of it being the original MB one or not, it feels like a quality item, doesn't it?
It does, and I'll tell you what I do like about it. On the MB one, you'd have to pull the screen in the middle would be a separate unit, whereas this one they fold up.
Yeah,
which I think is just generally sort of more travel friendly, isn't it? Really.
I was going to say, if you can imagine just putting all the bits and pieces in there, and going away on holiday or go stay with your friends or whatever, you just pop it all back, throws the lid, and actually it's not all going to come out.
No,
this brings back memory because you've got all the coordinates along the top there.
Yep.
And then I remember this sort of screen bit here. It would just flicker when there was a hit.
Yes,
so
that's
if you managed to torpedo the enemy's ship, then that would just flicker and make a noise. I think there was some animated. There's a speaker somewhere here, I should imagine. But this has survived really nicely. I mean, it's not chipped, it's not damaged, it's not sun damaged, is it?
No, it's actually in very good condition, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
Just doesn't work.
And it's down to our old favourite batteries being left inside.
Yeah.
So
the ticking time bomb of the 80s toy.
Yes. So let's see how easy it is
to get into.
So
I mean, I know you had some battery corrosion here, Rob, but it hasn't actually taken out the battery lid. Even the foam is still relatively intact.
It's not too bad, is it? It's a bit yellowed, but I think it's okay. I think there is probably, well, obviously there's a screw here. I would think there's one under here. Yeah. This looks like a separate...
I can see some tangs there by the looks of it.
Yeah, so this may well come out as a separate unit then.
So let's get that apart, I think. I'm hoping that the battery corrosion hasn't gone too far, because if it goes onto the board, then we've got a world of problems.
Yes, so, well, only one way to find out, and that's to crack it open, which is exactly what you're doing.
I don't think anyone's been in here. So I'm going to take this off. We're going to have a bit of a gamble that there's a screw under here. That's height. There's definitely masking a screw, isn't it?
There is definitely masking a screw.
So we'll take... Yeah, there we go. There's our screw.
Yeah.
How did we know? So there's some tangs here. Now, what we're trying not to do is
bust them.
So that's on there, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look, there's... I don't know. Is that battery corrosion or is that mouse dirt? I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it could be where Oz tried cleaning it. I don't know though. It does. That could do with a bit of a clean though.
It does definitely to get. Well,
Oh, okay. So the ground wire.
The ground wire is broken off. Luckily though, it's been marked up on the board as ground.
So you know where it is.
That's handy.
That is handy from Tandy.
Handy from Tandy. And then the POS lead goes into there. So the fact that's come off, we probably need to whip that circuit board off. All the buttons on the other side, so we'll have to be careful, Rob.
Right.
Resolder that, or maybe we'll put a nice new
one in. Yeah.
There. Chuck that to one side. But let's have a look at the battery compartment, because I have, you'll be pleased to know, I always keep some battery snap connectors in stock.
You do, yes.
So if we might have to cut these down, sometimes I have to modify them a little bit, but see if that helps you.
So that one might well.
And see if that helps you.
Okay, so yes, they will need to be
that.
trimmed down. That one it'll go in, but it needs to be trimmed.
Okay.
If you trim a little bit off each end,
that will go in.
That will go in.
We just got to make sure it's around the right way. But that looks fine.
And
So
then
that's
that one goes in.
Are they going to go straight in?
Oh, almost. Again, a little bit of trim off, I reckon.
Yeah.
It might even need, maybe a tiny bit.
Should we just go for it?
If you want to go for it, you go for it. We want to do this bit first, don't we?
Well,
solder the wires on here.
Do you want to give that a clean first?
I can give this a clean while you take that circuit board off. That
I'll get you a Wonder Wipe.
We don't need this bit of tape, do we? That can come off.
Well, that's probably original to secure the...
That's probably reduced its value.
Probably just save £10 off the £10 fee. I don't know what I'm going to find under it. I'm assuming I'm going to find a load of those little rubber kind of connector things that you find in a remote control.
Yeah, might be a rubber strip.
I'm hoping it's not going to just fall apart. I'm just taking these screws out at random, Rob, in the hope that that's just going to hinge.
Are all the screws the same?
No, they're different. There's some bigger ones along the strip where the buttons are.
Right.
I think there's some sticky stuff on the other side there. No, there we go.
There you go.
That did it.
Oh yes, so it's a rubber. It is a rubber strip.
So there's our 7-segment display.
Yep.
And there's our ground. So what we'll have to do is just desolder that, if I can get to it, and then feed a new bit of cable through.
Cool.
Which I have. So there you go. So I always put the offcuts back in there.
See, it's worth keeping hold of these things. So no matter what my wife says about collecting
rubbish,
a shed full of crap, as she puts it.
Well, it's crap to her.
Every now and again,
it comes in handy.
Bits come in handy.
It comes in handy. So you can be on battery assembling. So you might need those.
I might have to put my glasses on.
I would.
Okay, so while you're looking at that, I will try and fit these. So I'm just going to trim off a little bit off the edge of here.
And I'm going to just desolder that without breaking these speaker wires, if I can.
Okay, so because this is slightly too large, we're just trimming a little bit off, like that. There we go. Now it's important this goes in the right way around. Look at that.
In one.
Nice.
That never ever happens. Right,
so, okay, so that one fits in there nicely.
Yep.
So that's one.
I'm going to poke that through there.
And I'm just going to trim a tiny bit off of these.
So we'll just feed that in. There you go. Looks pretty stock to me. So we'll just use a little bit of contact cleaner.
A bit of contact cleaner on there.
And we'll just use it on here because there is a bit of very light corrosion on there, but nothing that's going to cause
too much off that one.
See, look, there is a bit.
Yeah, there is a little bit.
Right, so that's in there. So we've got our flying lead. That one looks okay. You having fun there, Rob?
Well, yeah. I've just broken the plastic though, so I'm angry at myself.
There's an old saying: you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs.
You can't blow up a battleship without breaking some plastic.
Some plastic, yeah. I mean, that's the least of its problems, isn't it?
It's really, yeah.
When you're repairing these things, they're so old. I mean, this is best part of 40 years old, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the plastic in there has been ravaged by, well, battery.
See, that one fits
battery corrosion
perfectly. It just needs maybe a little bit of hot glue. Just
I think
in
we'll
the
use
top there.
a little bit of hot melt, and actually, it's going to look stock. I think that's going to be okay.
I don't quite know why that.
Or is it?
Anyway.
Is that a bit crappy?
Well, now's the time. If you want to change it,
I think we'll change that. The reason I say it, because I've had this before, where you've got battery corrosion that's gone inside the wire, and then you're stripping it back until you find you've got nothing left. But for some reason, the corrosion has got all the way inside the strands. It's a little bit thicker, but it's not far off.
So we need to put a little bit of glue on that one.
That's okay. You won't even see it.
And we need to put this in here. I'll glue this other one in as well.
Yeah.
Just pop a bit behind it and slide it in.
It's all going so well. Right.
This is just a nightmare.
Rob, what are we doing here at 9 o'clock on a Wednesday night? What are we doing with our lives?
I could be at home.
Could be doing other things.
Making love to a beautiful woman, but Liz won't let me.
I was going to say. Edit that out, please.
No, that can stay in.
Poor Liz. Right, I'm just going to leave that length it is. That's fine. Just have a nice long bit. See, that's lovely clean cable there.
It's just all going horribly wrong.
Yeah, but they're the best ones. So it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Right, let's get this bit off here. Let's just clean this off. Do you know, I'm surprised no one's done yet. When we're soldering, I should have like a sort of
Extractor.
Well, we definitely should have an extractor, but we should have a wet sponge to clean the tip. You've got to have a sponge to clean your tip.
Yes, it's very important to keep your tip
Clean.
tip top clean, isn't it?
Your tip clean. But we haven't, have we?
No, we haven't.
It's going to tin that.
So do you wipe your tip once you've...
Once you've finished?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always tend to wipe the tip once I've finished, so that it's ready for next time. Oh, this is a terrible bit. Sorry.
What?
The thing is, I can't see what I'm doing. That's the problem. The genuine problem is I can't actually see.
It's so professional, isn't it?
I don't want to get too much heat transferred into that switch. It will start to melt. I'll be honest with you, Rob. Things were better in the day when you had a bit of lead in your solder.
Yes, but you're not allowed to do that anymore, are you?
This modern solder, I think, requires a bit of a higher melting. Is there a hole in that? Tell you what, let's cut this out.
You got it? Nearly.
Nearly.
Oh, that's cut it, hasn't it?
Some of it.
Boom. So basically that removes the old piece of solder
Yeah, it's a little vacuum.
and sort of sucks it up. Okay, so you've managed to do that.
Managed to make a complete dog's breakfast of that soldering job.
Is my glue gun hot yet?
I reckon give it a go.
Pop a bit on the back of there, and then we're going to slide that in there, making sure it's the right way round.
There you go, Rob. A bit of mechanical interference.
You done it? You poked it through?
I poked the hole and the blockage is removed.
Excellent. Well, I popped a little bit of hot glue on.
Is it? Let's have a little look at that.
There, just on there. No, I'm going to pop a bit on the back of it as well.
Oh, there. Yes, I know there's loads of people out there that can solder better than me. That's fine. I can live with that.
Right. Yeah, and there's probably a lot of people out there who can actually glue stuff better than me, and I'm fine with that as well. What we've done here on this particular one is I've put in the new terminals, just stuck a bit of hot glue in there to hold them in. Obviously you've got to make sure that the spring bit goes where the negatives is, and then on the other side, obviously the terminals are there ready to be
soldered to. Now
soldered to.
That hot glue will melt.
It will, yes.
I've just realised that. Just going to tin that. Tinned. Do it very quickly.
Yep,
Tinned.
doesn't need much, does it? Do we know which is which?
We do. That's positive. There it is.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yep. Okay, that's positive.
Are you positive about that?
I'm positive, and that's positive.
This is where you need 3 hands when you're
It
soldering.
is, isn't it? Do you want me to hold something?
We never ask. Don't breathe that in.
It does smell nice though.
It's almost like I've done that before, isn't it?
Here's an interesting fact. Did you know apparently that space smells like welding? You know, when you weld something.
Yeah.
Apparently that's that burning smell. That's what space smells like. That's what I've been told.
Did Neil Armstrong tell you that?
No, he didn't.
Now, because there was a little bit of masking tape just to hold those cables in place for assembly.
Yes.
What I'm
They
going
were
to do,
here.
I'm just going to replicate a bit of that with some tape.
There somewhere, weren't they?
Yeah. So we'll just do the same again, I think. So at the factory, which is probably assembled by hand. I mean, it would have been made by people, this, wouldn't it?
Oh, well, I think so. Yeah.
It's from some factory somewhere. That's not sticking particularly well, but probably enough for me to get it in there. So
There we are.
just one last check then. So we've got negative that side, which is right,
Positive that side.
and that's going to the switch. So right, so let's pop that out of the way. We now have a battery compartment that has some actual metal in it.
Yes.
And I'm not too worried about that little blob of
No, I think
glue
it'll
there.
be
I think
okay.
you've just got to
I
hold
think
it in place, isn't it?
It's as long as these actually
Conduct.
conduct, and that's touching, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're holding in place, so that's good. I'm just going to turn the soldering iron off.
Yes, and the glue gun. Yes.
Right, so we haven't put the
batteries-
screws back in.
No, but it is clipped back in, isn't
clipped.
it? So if we turn her over,
Yep. So you've got the on-off button your side. Give it a go. There you go.
ta-da!
Have we got a display on?
No.
Maybe it doesn't.
Oh, there we go.
I do remember it got that telephone noise.
Yes.
I remember that.
It works. We've got it to work.
It's doing something, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it works without chewing gum.
It does work without chewing gum. So that was actually...
That's a very 80s noise, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
I'll play that again. Yeah, it's definitely a very 80s game.
I'll leave that. Yes, because the MB one did a similar
Because
thing.
it scans, does it? It's like it's scanning.
Yeah, like a radar thing or something.
Yeah. Nice little fix there, put it there.
Brilliant, well done. So Oz, there you go, 10 quid and it's back working
Back
again.
and working,
So
exactly.
what we'll do...
Hang on, he hasn't had our bill yet.
It's true. Yeah, it's cost you 50 quid.
Yeah.
What we'll do then is we'll put it all back together properly.
And do a comparison.
And we'll do a comparison. We'll program them both because that could take a couple of weeks
Yeah,
to
I was
program
gonna
them in. And
then
we'll
the batteries
see,
will go flat.
Yeah, and then we'll see what they're like.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. We'd love to hear your feedback, so please do leave the comments section below.
Yes, and please do like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.
See you next time.